So please, Q&A, don't be shy. Yes, sir.
Doctor, first of all, thank you very much for the great speech. Okay, let me introduce myself.
Yes.
I am Cikgu Nama, the State Director of Education. So, as we know, currently, we need people with extra creativity in order to be innovative. In such a way that we found out that it is very difficult to create or to make people to start to be creative. So is there any advice from you on how to make people to be creative, especially the teachers? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, it is actually very clear, as I said in the very beginning, that when we encourage our children at home to be observative, if we encourage our children to get away their handphone and the games what they are playing 24/7 and to observe their nature, to observe the problem around them and question them at home. Did you see that? What do you think about it? How do you want to make it better? Actually, you create in a child this capability of thinking. Our problem is actually not poverty. Our problem is thinking. Unfortunately, we are forced to do something, but we are not forced to think to do it. And this is the difference. And this is what I didn't know as well. I discovered when I was 41 years old that I didn't know how to think. And then when I start to know how to think, I said, okay, this is not late for anyone. So your teachers, when you encourage them really to give their opinion, not to enforce or to force them to give them your opinion and to get them in the decision maker process. Let them to take a decision by themselves. Because if you encourage someone to think, believe me, he will think. If you tell him, stop, you're stupid, exactly like the olden days, our fathers all the time, I mean, you don't know anything, you are stupid, just stop, that's it. So, I mean, it was normal, but after that you discover you are not really stupid. You can think, and all of us, we can think. Seriously, guys, you have to try all the time to think and rethink and use your brain, but don't use your just logic. He told me that, I have to do it. This is not exactly, and this is the difference between a developed country and still developing country, the thinking process. And that's why I would advise really you to encourage, to make a program for the teacher, to encourage them to think and to teach them the thinking process. And the thinking process is very simple, as I said. Observe the problem. You have either a problem, you want to solve it, or a status quo, you would like to improve it, right? There's no other things. So then tell them, how can we solve that? And listen to them. As a leader, listen to them. This is very, very important. And they will help you because those guys, they know better than you, 100%. So you know how to manage them, but they understand the process much better than you because they are every day in this teaching process with the children, right? So they know the problem, they know the how to solve it. Don't put them into the box and tell him, hey, you know what, we have to do that. No, this is my advice, what I believe this is the right way to do it. And we can see that in Finland, in Denmark, in the best places in the world where they have really the best education, they are doing the same. There's no classroom anymore in Finland. They got the kids, they put them in the garden outside and let them to do whatever they want to do. Seriously, it's very interesting. So we will not do that here, but okay, just start to teach how to think. And for us, it's very important, yes. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Any other?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum, Doctor. And Thank you very much for the very interesting presentation. My name is Yazan, and I'm a member of the Student Representative Council. I have a question about your global experience. I would like to ask you about, from your global experience by being in so many countries, and you have observed so many different systems where they deal differently with the innovative minds. From your experience or from your knowledge, which example do you think is the most suitable for our era, or let's say for Malaysia as an example of a country that would bring more innovative minds, or maybe try to develop innovative inside the country? Which system do you think is the most suitable for our era, or for example, the next era, the upcoming era? That's my question. I hope I made it clear.
Yeah, but actually, to be honest with you, there is no system, there is no out-of-shelf software to put it in a country to be innovative. It's not existing. As I said, every single country, they adjust and adopt what they have, and they got the new ideas and they adopt it according what they have, the capability what they have. So that's why they are innovative. But if you get the software out of the box and then from the shelf, and they put it and then tell Malaysia, do what the Finns are doing, do what the American is doing, it doesn't work. So my opinion, in order to create an innovative society, you have to build up the society, and then you have to start with your family. You have to start with your society, with your friends, with your workplace, with your university. You have really, this is the start of thinking. Let's do it a thinking revolution. This is what you need, actually. That's what you need. And this is what any religion encourages us to do it. And as a Muslim, I mean, the first word was iqra. بسم ربك الذي خلق. So this ilm and the way to think and the thinking process is so important, and this is what we ignored. And if you know how to think, believe me, you will be on the right way, on the right track. And thinking and learning, education. You are never old to be educated, never. You will never be old. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you, Dr.
It's not a definite answer, but for me, there's no definite answer. Because if you want to be innovative, it means you have to be different, right? And you cannot take someone else's concept and then adopted yes, adjusted yes, but not copy to be in your country. It doesn't work.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
You've lived in Dubai.
Yes,
and
sir.
You've also lived in the United States. Did Dubai copy the United States by encouraging minds and smart people to come?
Yes, that's true. But it is a different story. And I have seen this immigration policies. I have seen it very clearly. How United States really they made it perfect. In the 1890, when I was in Europe, I came to Europe in the 80s, and in the 90s, when it started actually the generation of software, the American, they invited all the Indian and all the Asian software engineers to come to America, and they gave them a green card. And what the German did at that time, they said, oh, you come to Germany, I give you a blue card. What's the blue card? It's 10 years visas. You stay here, you develop your work, and then after that you go to India. Then what should I do in India after I go back after 10 years? So the people actually, they came to, because at the time in the 90s, it was very difficult to come out of India. And then a lot of software engineers, they were my friends actually, and they moved to Germany or Austria. And then after that, they moved to America. So this is the way how America absorbed actually the people. The mistake what Dubai did, but they start to rectify that. They tell you you have a visa for 3 years as an investor, and then you stay 3 years, and then you have to renew the visa. Now they understood there's a generation like my children, they born there, they are like you, 20, 30 years old, so they are running away from the country. So what they did, they say, oh, wait, we have a golden visa, stay for 10 years. We have a student visa, you can stay as much as you want if you are studying. We have a retiree visa. So they start actually to change the immigration system, which will attract definitely more people to come in. And this is, immigration is a very, very healthy actually for any country. But you can turn it also not healthy if you play the politics inside, like what we have seen in Europe. So it's very clear. But yes, they imitate actually but the Americans still, they make it much better because they give you a green card, they give you whatever, and then you stay there. So that's why the people are attracted to go there. So, it's okay? Yeah. Good. Anyone from the professor? You would like to, please, sir.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Hesham.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Welcome to UNIMED. So I'm Rizal from UNIMED.
Yes, sir.
I have one question. It's about the disruptive technologies.
Disruptive technology.
We heard about the disruptive technologies, and also some of us call it as a disruptive innovations.
Yes.
We tend to produce more simple, affordable, and convenience products. And how do you think about these disruptive innovations? And when is the best way for us to disrupt a market?
Actually, disrupt innovation actually is an evolving of the innovation process. You have a revolutionary innovation, which is actually a new innovation which is not existing before, and you have the disruptive innovation, which is actually disrupt the innovation which is existing. And that's why you have an evolving process, aging, I would say, process for innovation to be completed or to be optimal. And we have seen that everywhere, and the process of disruptive innovation is going every day, every year, every second, because every day you have new ideas, and every day you disrupt these ideas and you create new ones. And we have seen it very clear actually in the digital world. We have internet, the G1, internet G2 with the transaction, and then you have now the blockchain and the crypto. So this is a disruptive innovation, and disruptive actually the whole ecosystem and everything. Is the same story with the Tesla car. They disrupt the whole car industry for years, and now they won. I mean, they are in the beginning. And the same story I would say with the crypto digital assets. I call it not digital currency. I call it digital assets until it will be a middle of exchange in order to be used everywhere. I will call it currency. And we have seen it. This is really disruptive. The banks, the companies, and everyone with the blockchain technology. Yes, it is. Every day we have a new disruptive innovation. Is that correct? Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Hi, Doctor. Thank you so much for your talk for today. Actually, I have 3 questions.
Please go ahead.
Okay, the first one, when we try to become more innovative and want to develop any new idea, but sometimes in our work system, that already become culture, sometimes our colleague or teammate will laugh at us, or our work system not allow us to do that. So what is your opinion on how we want to approach our work culture to become more innovative? That's the first one. Second question, there are a lot of new ideas they always bring out, maybe by ourselves or our colleague. Before this, as a management team, we learn to approach by SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat on any matter. Can you give tips on how we want to choose the best new idea and decide to do it? And the third question, do you ever heard about design thinking approach to become more creative in management? Because my question is more in management part. So what do you think about design thinking? Is it reliable in order to become more innovative? Thank you, Doctor.
Good. We start with the first one. But you have to remind me with the second and third one.
No problem. Okay.
We started the first one actually, which you mentioned that the colleagues, you will be a laughing stock if you have a new idea and how to execute and to spread the idea. Actually, I believe if someone laughing about you because you have a new idea, there's a kind of ignorance. So, and do not let yourself to be actually just listening to ignorance. So you have to be, if you have an idea and you are convinced, then fight for it and do it. This is exactly, because without resistance and resilience, you cannot achieve anything. Any society, any person without resilience, and this is any leader as well. Resilience and resistance is one of the most important traits of leadership. If you want to be leader, you have to do that. If you, as a person, as a student, if you want to be a leader, you have to believe in what you think. You have to believe in what you believe in. This is very, very important. You believe in your parents, you believe in God, you believe in your studies, then nobody can come and tell you, leave your parents now and go somewhere else, right? Or leave your religion now and go some other religion. You said, no, I believe in those and I would like to defend them. And this is exactly what you believe in idea, really. You have to defend and you have to be very, very resilience and resistance. Power, you have to have it in order to do it. And then after that, those ignorant, they are laughing about you, they will come down. Because they don't have that resilience. They don't have this power to push. You have it. They don't have it. They only criticize. Because if you don't have anything in your brain, what you do is, this is tall. Oh, this is short. Oh, this is blue. This is black. You can criticize anything, right? But new idea, it's very difficult to create. But criticizing, yes, of course, I can criticize anything, right? So this is my opinion. You have to be very determined what you have. And this work culture, it has to be as a leader. As I said in the very beginning, you have to involve yourself with the people, with the society. And again, I have to put a very nice example, what I have seen with Tuanko. I'm not saying that because he's here, really. I'm saying that, and if he's not here as well, that he is going with the bike and the bicycle and go around in order to see his people, in order to see he has the communication between him and his people, the disadvantaged people more than anything else. And that's what he is here for. And I call it, this is really an example for a good leader. And you guys, as a leader in your business or in your government jobs or whatever, you have to be involved with your people. Then you create the culture. Not let the culture to create you. If the culture will create you, you will never create anything. And you will drop in a corrupted system, you will never get out of it. So you, as a leader, you have really to create the culture. And that's why any new management, when they come, they change the big guys, right? In order to create their own culture. You can imagine the guy, Gossan, when he came to Nissan, and he was a Brazilian, Lebanese, French, has nothing to do with the culture of the Japanese, nothing. But he changed the whole culture of Nissan and make it really the biggest car producer. Nissan, Renault, and Citroën, they all together. So, and actually, my opinion, the Japanese didn't like it for so long, for 20 years, and then they made a conspiracy and they get him out of the country. So, but this is a symbol of how to change the culture. So that you can change the culture if you want as a leader. This is your actually issue, and this is your role as a leader to change to the culture and to involve and democratize your organization in order to get the opinion and the mind from every single one, even the sweeper on the street. Ask him, is it good to sweep it that way or is it good to sweep it that way? Because you don't know how to do it, but he knows better. Consider him really as a brain can help you in your organization or in your society. Make sense? Second one? Because I forgot.
About tips on how you want to choose the best idea.
There is no best ideas. Again, I cannot give you a definite answer because there is no right, there is no wrong. Something can be right to me, can be wrong to you. Something can be wrong to you, can be right to me. So the best idea is the idea which can be executed in the time being or at that time, which can create value and give back to society and your community. This is the best idea. There is no as well tips to tell you 1, 2, 3, 4. Just the best tips what I can tell you, thinking. This is the best tips what I can give you. But certain idea, you have to do it by yourself, how to adapt it and how to create value out of it to give it back to the society. So the third one?
Your opinion about design thinking.
What do you mean with design thinking?
Design thinking because recently in government servant, we've been approached by the design thinking model. Design thinking model on how we want to become more creative, on how we want to decide something creatively. So this design thinking, is it relevant with the innovation that you mentioned just now?
This is true. Yes. I believe, yes, design thinking, actually, this is nothing but this innovation model, what I was telling you about now, what I explained, that you observe, you see the problem, and you design how to solve this problem. You see the status quo, and you would like to dig it, to make it bigger, or to make it better, to optimize it. And this is actually how to think, and you get your people to share the thinking with you. You as a leader, you cannot decide by yourself because you don't know. I mean, you just tell your people, I know everything, but unfortunately, we don't know everything. We know a good leader is the one who is managing the people, not the one who is giving orders to the people. This is the way how to be a leader. And this is the traits of a leadership. So that's why sharing actually the opinion and sharing the words with your people, it is the most effective design thinking you can have. But don't really just ignore it and I am the boss. This should be done like this. Then you go into a corrupted system. Unfortunately, this is how it is. Make sense? So, any other questions, man? Nothing? Good. So, I wish you all the best, guys, and I hope I did not take so much from your time, and I hope to see you again. Thank you very much. God bless you.